Hello everyone, I'm Army of Knave and welcome to my 8-part 100% achievement trophy video guide for Valley. This first video will be going through the first chapter of the game. There's going to be one video per chapter and I'm going to try and make this completion as pain-free as possible for everyone. There will be audio commentary throughout this entire series, but if you aren't a fan of that, there will be text cues on the screen shortly before I collect anything or do anything of importance. So feel free to mute the video and use the text if my voice starts getting on your nerves. At the beginning of every video after this one, I will begin with a list of collectibles we will be getting throughout the video, what achievements or trophies we should unlock, and also what we will be starting with at the beginning of the chapter, so everyone is on the same page. I will be showing that screen about now, so we all know what we're looking for later. As you can see, the starting and the ending values are on the top and bottom, respectively, of the screen. We will start at 2 life and end with 3 life. We will have 0-4 energy upgrades. These work by collecting energy capacitors, which I will show later in the video. They work like pieces of heart. Whenever you collect 4, they overflow and add 1 life to you. We will also start with 0 medallions and end with 4. Medallions are used to get into the pyramid about 3/4 of the way through the game. The uncheckables just have no visible progress, so there's no screen telling you how many you've collected. These will be the slender pages and the acorn doors. In the center of the screen, I will show the achievements or trophies that you will be collecting along with the value. I highly recommend that you grab some kind of list so you can keep track of what collectibles you've gotten when you grab them. There is absolutely no tracking them in the game, so if you happen to miss something important, you will have to backtrack through the entire chapter or maybe most of the game looking for what you've missed out on. This is just a word of warning. At the beginning, whenever you spawn, you're just going to want to walk forward on the linear path until you find your leaf suit. There isn't going to be any collectibles along the way, so just enjoy the scenery. The suit's just around the corner up ahead.
Safe journey as you test the limits of this amazing
Now that we have the leaf suit, we're going to want to progress until we get to the second ramp. We will have an optional jump to where we can hook a left, go through some trees, and get some acorns to get a little boost ahead. This is optional, and if you can't make the jump, then don't worry about it. You can farm the acorns later. Also, you may have noticed in the corner, we will keep count of all of the collectibles. So if you find you're missing something before the chapter is over, you might be able to backtrack and easily find what you are looking for. Hopefully this helps you. This is the jump I was referring to earlier. Whenever you're jumping, try to aim left towards the trees, but don't aim towards the middle of the first tree because it's really easy to hit the trunk of the tree and stop your jump.
That's as good a place as any to study them.
In this section, I'm demonstrating how to revive trees. You simply just shoot them. Occasionally, acorns will fall out of some of the trees. Acorns are more likely to come out of trees near acorn doors that are mandatory to progress through the story. You can usually farm a whole lot in these areas, but you shouldn't need to farm too many acorns since I'm showing you where a lot of chests are, and the majority of chests contain acorns inside of them. After chapter 1, whenever you die, the valley starts withering. You can start reviving trees and wildlife just to keep the valley from dying. If you do not keep track of this, you will void the immortal achievement, and that's something you don't want because you will actually have to restart the entire playthrough, as that is the only achievement that is technically missable. Whenever you see the touch an orb prompt up on the screen, continue forward west, and you will be able to walk through a crevice where you will find 2 chests, one of which will contain the first medallion. After collecting these, continue forward until you are prompted to take life. This area here gives us a good opportunity to farm some trophies or achievements, specifically the Carnivore and Arborist side achievements, along with the Tree Hugger if you decide to stay here a little longer. All you need to do is kill and revive a deer or tree the specific number of times for each achievement. To get the Carnivore, you only need to kill a deer 20 times, and to get the Arborist side achievement, you need to kill the tree 50 times. The Tree Hugger is for 100 revives of trees, but that can be easily accomplished throughout the campaign, as you will be likely farming for acorns later on. Now we are going to be proceeding until we find our first tree puzzle. Tree puzzles are simply solved by shooting highlighted trees in any order. Shooting these trees will unlock their necessary doors. You can usually find out which door it is by following the highlight whenever you're done reviving the tree.
But I described a new word for it. Susurrus.
Inside of this cave area, we will find 2 crates in the hallway in plain sight that will contain energy capacitors for us. There will be just enough to upgrade our life to 3, this being probably a tutorial demonstration. Each crate will contain 2 capacitors.
They seem to have infused the life energy from trees into their infrastructure, but how?
After collecting those energy capacitors and passing this gap, you will see to the right that there is a ledge. This ledge will contain our Slender page and another medallion for our collection. Whenever trying to jump up here without the double jump ability, it can be a little tricky. All you need to do is jump on this rounded rock here. You want to jump forward so that you don't hit your head on the rock above you. You want to also press to the right as soon as you're clear of the rock so that you can land on the ledge. After a few tries, if you can't get it, don't worry, we will be coming back to this chapter. We just won't be delving very far into this chapter, so if you have to, you can always just come back. Once up here, the chest is in plain sight, and the Slender page will be on the left side of the staircase to your right. After we're done with that, we're going to continue through the cave. There will be another tree puzzle, this time involving 3 trees. Along the way, there will be another chest, which will have another medallion for us.
Luckily for me, the military is helping.
The medallion is just up these stairs, in the corner of the room.
They call these soldiers pathfinders since they can trek through terrain normally inaccessible to someone like me. Every guy back home.
After collecting the medallion and finishing the tree puzzle, go ahead and continue through the doorway that just opened up.
From any contact outside the valley. I guess the world will have to wait just a bit longer to get their hands on these rides.
As you progress down the halls, you will come to a room with a hole in the middle of the room. This is how you end the chapter, and we don't want to do this yet. You want to go to the hallway on your left and follow it around to collect 2 more chests that has our last medallion inside of it, along with a few more acorns. After you're done with that, go ahead and end the chapter by walking back to the previous room and dropping down the hole. Like I stated at the beginning of the episode, we will end this chapter with 4 medallions, 1 Slender page, and 3 life bars with no leftover capacitors. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I helped you progress a little further in this game. I hope to see you on the next chapter.